Welcome back to the Lars Larson Show. 22 minutes after the hour. One of my favorite guys to talk to is Dan Bongino, running for the United States Senate out of the great state of Maryland. Is the state underwater at this point, Dan?
It's getting there quickly, Lars. It's getting really bad. It's been raining for about 15, 16 hours now, pretty heavily.
Just not quitting at all. I saw one of the numbers this afternoon was that Virginia in some places has had 1 foot of rain. I don't know if that's in the last 24, but in the last short period of time, it's pretty stunning. We're calling on you. I want you to be able to mention your website for your run for Senate. Tell people where it is again.
Sure. It's Bongino, Bongino.com, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter through the website as well. So thanks for that.
I want to hit you on a couple of things, though. You're former Secret Service agent, so I see this story that says that there are a half dozen Twitter accounts that were used to publicly threaten Mitt Romney's life. Most of the threats came after the second presidential debate, but these accounts are still out there, and they say no one's been arrested. Now, I guess I'm confused, Dan, because I'm aware I had a colleague a few years ago who had a caller call into his radio show and mentioned a threat against the president at that time, and the Secret Service was down there bang like that, and they wanted to identify the caller and everything else. There's a law against threatening the president or presidential candidates, is there not?
You are absolutely correct. I read that same report. I think the Weekly Standard had something on Georgia today about it.
Yep.
My guess on this, and again, having been out for a year and a half, haven't done this for 12 years of my life, is, Lars, they are probably just overwhelmed at this point with the presidential campaigns wrapping up, the changes in the schedule. Now, that's not to say they're not going to have someone out there knocking on your door if you're going to threaten the president or Governor Romney. You are going to get a knock on your door, and they are going to find you. But with the sheer volume alone, we have to keep in mind, this is a zero-sum game. One Secret Service agent can't be in two places at the same time. And I'm guessing with the just explosion in social media, which is growing exponentially by the years, that the manpower is just absolutely strained to the limit. I encourage anyone who thinks about doing something like that, which is really foolish and criminal to begin with, that you're causing a lot of damage, both seen and unseen.
I would think that Twitter would make this real easy. Just say, listen, we understand that there may be times where you'll debate whether something you say to an ex-girlfriend is a threat or not, or something you say to your wife or one of your wife's friends is a threat or not. But if you make specific threats like these, one of them says, I'm going to murder Romney right now. It's a Twitter user. Wouldn't you think the first thing they do is say to Twitter, why don't you just shut those accounts down? And then if the person wants to dispute it and say, oh no, this is in the range of free speech,